Right now, do you have the intro yet? Or
Yes, I have to do the intro. Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic time today. Before we jump in the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Before we get into the action, if you are interested in supporting our community, please consider becoming a member. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and well, peer pressure worked last time, so if you do that, you get some really cool emotes. Anybody in the chat right now, feel free to drop those emotes if you got them. They're really cool. In addition to that, if you're interested in joining any campaigns, we have open slots available. One open slot is available for the Friday evening epic level. They're starting at level 19, but they're going all the way up to higher past 20 levels prestiging. If you are interested in that, you just reach out to me, let me know. You have to do an interview process to be able to get into the game. It is more expensive than our other games, but you get to play in an epic level campaign with a professional DM. That's something you don't really get the opportunity to do very often, especially with a group of people that pretty much already know how to be that epic. And we have open slots available in a Friday early game. We need to get 2 more players in there to fire it off, so be sure to reach out and let me know. Alrighty then, Patry, tell us what happened last session.
all right, so last session we went into the catacombs in order to find out how we can get Natalie's dad back. We encountered the what is he? The Bloodmaster, the
Ghoulmancer.
Ghoulmancer.
yeah, the Ghoulmancer. Yep, the Ghoulmancer, and he's all like, "Ayo, ayo, what's good? I control ghouls, and also, I want Tasha's. It was Miriam, right? It was
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Miriam's spell stuff, and if you do that, maybe I'll help you out. If not, if you don't help me out, I'll just kill all these souls, and then I'll probably kill you too." And Bernie and Natalie kind of got into a little argument about that. We eventually kind of sort of figured it out. Kind of. Then we went over to where the Ghoulmancer and all his nice ghouls were, and we're eventually like, no, fuck that. So we went over there and we started fighting, and eventually Natalie managed to cast Flush the Stone. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yep, Flush the Stone on the Ghoulmancer. So we eventually got him stoned. And now we are looting his shit and everyone else's shit. But we're still exhausted. So now it's on to the next guy. Hopefully we're not still exhausted when we have to fight the next guy, or Ridishi, or anybody else. So yeah.
So, you raise the cage up here. Somebody has to unlock it. Do any of you have thieves' tools, or do we just have to use Lily to do it?
Lily has thieves' tools.
I have thieves' tools.
Oh, do you want to unlock it?
Like Clover's had thieves' tools for a while and never gets to use them.
Go ahead and roll thieves' tools.
I can try Dex or
Dex, yes.
this will be bad. A 7.
Oh, you broke your tools.
There we go. Immediately. No, we'll re-roll it.
Yeah.
We'll not take a 7. There we go, 23.
Okay, you unlock it with ease, and the 5 people come stumbling out of the very tight cage they were in. 3 of them are beyond exhausted and, well, malnourished from everything that's happening in here. One looks like they are on the verge of death themselves, not even conscious anymore and barely able to breathe with very shallow breaths. And a fifth one looks pretty pissed off. This individual has a very deep tan to their half-elven skin. Their haircut would suggest that they've been recently groomed, and they are very well shaven around their face as well, and their clothes are sweaty and a little tattered, but nowhere near to the degrees everybody else.
The one that's near death, I'll cast Cure Wounds on.
Okay.
Hang on, Tasha. I'll just try and save our resources a little bit, and I'll give him a tap of lay on hands instead.
Give them a little boop.
Yeah, 2 hit points.
Perfect. Well, they're stable.
Can I check to see if they're in the same condition as the blood bags with that weird medicine?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll look at the guy who was looking a little pissed off. You guys all right? Better, at least? You're alive still.
Lilitana, Gunan, Kirun. Do any of you speak Primordial by any chance?
No, I do not.
Nope.
He just looks at all of you.
I try to respond in Infernal. Hello?
Ah, okay, that works.
Oh, fair enough.
So he can speak Infernal with you, and anybody else who understands it. What the hell were you saying? Your way of speaking is strange.
I was just asking if you are, well, all right. Although the question itself is kind of redundant. I can see that you're not, but,
No,
who are you people?
Oh, these people, I have no idea. They were captured before I was.
Right, and you?
By my best guess, I was captured 32 hours ago.
Okay, that's not very long.
No.
Who are you, exactly?
The name is Buckler.
I'm Baron. And these are my,
He'll stick his hand out to you.
companions. Yeah, I'll take his hand and shake it. Right.
Do any of you have a blade? Something small would be preferred. And he starts like standing up, and he's a little shaky and raggedy, but he's definitely a lot better off than anybody else you've seen down here.
Right. Well, I'm certain we can accommodate you a little bit, but first, let me know a little bit about what you're doing here.
All right, let me answer Miriam's thing real quick. No, these individuals are not treated with that same medicine that the blood bags had. However, the one that is unconscious by Bernie, you can tell like they were bloodlet pretty frequently, just not treated with the same medicine for some reason. But yeah,
Okay,
Bernie.
can I carry that 29 over to make sure everyone's stable?
Oh yeah, sure, that's fine. But yeah, Bernie.
So where are you from?
Me?
Right. If you don't speak
Comorta.
the Comorta. Don't think I've ever heard of that. Is that a different plane?
It's the new island. Everyone's been going to it. I'm a Balerian.
Never heard of that place.
But
But
in Infernal Baldarian? Balder? What?
No, Balerian.
Oh, sorry. Thought you were from a book.
No.
all right. Well, we are from Exandria, if that tells you anything.
No, it doesn't.
All right. Well, I noticed you didn't speak the common tongue, so I sort of figured there must be some extra thing then. But what exactly are your? Why are you here in the Shadowfell and in this particular place?
I was hired to work along the Church of Asmodeus in order to seek out some type of relic in a mountain range. While we were passing through, there were many different portals to different realms. I was grabbed by a few foul beasts and creatures, and I managed to stave off many of them, but I couldn't find my way back.
Do I get that look of Bernie just heard heresy in his eyes?
No. Church of Asmodeus. Well, yeah, okay.
Here's the question: is that name translatable across all languages?
Oh, Asmodeus in Infernal is Asmodeus.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I immediately put a hand on Bernie's shoulder, like, Bernie, I heard the word Asmodeus.
Yes.
Don't do what I think you're gonna do.
Yeah, I'm very glad we saved the church leader of the Nine Hells. That was nice. Good
Is
on
that
us.
common, Natalie?
Yeah, that's in common.
So, the guy starts standing up and goes, well, fair is only fair. I have to help you with what you're doing since you saved my life. Any small blade would be welcoming. I see many of you have them.
Do I see him, like, pointing to the daggers?
Yeah, he's daggers, swords, like, just pointing at them.
Just one thing, because what's sort of the official stance of the Church of the Lawbearer on Asmodeus worshippers?
Asmodeus doesn't really have worshippers.
No.
There's... Roll me a religion check. Check. I'll give you advantage because you understand Infernal, so you know the culture a little bit.
Yeah, because I know he's viewed in somewhat different ways than the other betrayer gods.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, as long as you get him to agree to a deal, he won't fuck with you yet.
Can I roll
The
as
most
well?
lawful of religions is...
Can I roll as well, since I would probably know more about
Do you
the
understand
prayer
Infernal?
No.
Then you have no idea how the lawbearer's stance on the church would be.
Oh, no, I was
I
just...
will say, though, Talsha, just to give you some relief, you don't see Bernie instantly go into smite mode here. He's not that.
No, but he has that look in his eyes of triggered.
I think that's just static distrust, and yeah, like on edge. But what were you saying, Natalie?
Oh, nothing. I was going to do a check, but then I was like, actually, I don't think Natalie would really care at this point.
But yes, family speaks. Your not family. He doesn't know that. Your companions speak a weird tongue.
Well, we are not from here, and I don't know how I know this language really well. I have some.
It is a
I do
portion
not
of every tiefling's natural heritage to understand this language. It is in your blood. A gift from whichever
Yes, quite a gift.
of the hells you...
Doesn't
That's
matter.
strange.
What?
You do not have similarities to any of the lords or of the hells. Usually tieflings have some similarities, but you don't.
Oh, Daddy did some weird black magic.
That's quite frankly none of your business. But right. Yeah, I never got I rolled a 12 on the religion check.
Yeah, that's, I mean,
Yeah, Kirk
you've
Bernier
never
over here.
heard... all right, so it was never addressed in your pamphlet of how to be a lawful paladin. And you've never heard of anybody worshipping Asmodeus. You're aware of its presence as the ruler of the Nine Hells. You're aware that they are lawful in their religion, much to the very same degree as the lawbearer, but the other end of the spectrum. Lawbearer is supposed to be lawful neutral. This is lawful evil.
Right.
That's as far as you've known.
Well, I would agree that you are somewhat indebted to us.
Of course.
But, I'm sure we can find some way of... Well, getting past our differences for a little bit.
Differences.
You see this symbol here, and I stand a little bit more erect so you can see the symbol of the lawbearer.
Yeah, nice symbol.
Right. You're not exactly someone my order would normally associate with, you understand?
Wait, you belong to a cult?
Not a cult, but I am a paladin of the lawbearer.
Lawbearer. That's hilarious. Asmodeus is the law creator.
Oh wow! I wish I knew Infernal right now. He is right. Asmodeus cheats laws.
Did you say that in common or
Fucking Natalie would.
in common or infernal?
She'll say that. Nah. How much would Natalie know about Asmodeus? That's a good question.
Are you proficient in religion?
Yes.
Roll it.
Okay. I feel like Glacy's knew more. That's why.
Oh, Glacy's knew a shit ton.
Yeah. 20.
Your father did a lot of work for the Church of not the Church of Asmodeus, for the Lords of the Hells. That's what you're aware of. The Lord of the Hells does not break laws. He enforces them. However, many of the lower tier of the 9 Hell rulers manipulate laws to their advantages, just like politicians do in any situation. But as far as the dogma of the Lord of the Hells goes, it is immediate smite and removal of anybody who would break a law for any culture or civilization.
Yeah, she'll say Infernal. You're right. He doesn't really. He does make laws, but he adds a lot of. And then she's gonna say fine print because I'm sure she'd know that because that's probably the most famous story.
The fine print is the mistake of mortals. Laws
Really?
are
Used it
simple
on a
creations.
celestial.
What?
First used it on a celestial. Unless the stories are wrong.
You have some information about my lord. Well, that's good. Then you know that if I am indebted to you, I must pay you back. And quickly. I'd rather not be indebted either.
Is this a Cambion?
What'd you say?
Is this a Cambion? What is this? Like, is this just
half
You
elf?
said it was an elf, right?
Half elf, yeah.
Well, in any
seems
case,
off.
you don't seem to have any infernal heritage yourself.
I don't. I simply belong to the church. I've only been able to join one of the Church of the Many Meetings.
Interesting.
And I'll note that though your god may not be invited to our legacy table, I'll still respect your religion fine. Any god that wishes to uphold law is all right in my book.
This is so neat.
We are in agreement on that part. And in this place, any potential ally, however temporary, is not something we should discount.
Agreed.
But
May I have a weapon?
I'll get to that. I'll just turn to the group and say in common, okay, so this person is an agent of Asmodeus.
What?
You heard me.
Who's Asmodeus?
Well, let's not get too much into that anymore right now.
Leader of the 9 Hells.
Oh, this is just getting even more lovely.
It was not any of the ones that I learned to be afraid of.
But in any case, there's still 2 others here that we need to take care of. They don't seem quite as capable as this one. He might actually prove to be of some assistance, and he is indebted to us for rescuing him. I personally...
So is he your friend now?
I wouldn't say friend. Associate. Maybe. For the time being. I'm not personally very... well, I don't like it. The Church of Asmodeus is not something that normal gods have any, well,
So,
complete respect for, but...
a point of clarity, there's, to your best understanding, there's no Church of Asmodeus. It's
right, yeah,
the followers of Asmodeus are the devils, and then there are
Right,
like
yeah.
cults that try to worship Asmodeus, but there's no recognized huge organization. Like
Okay.
even Asmodeus itself doesn't try to organize on the material realm. Like
Right.
Our material realm.
exactly.
Unfortunately, our concept of normal left us the minute we stepped into this plane.
You all hear his stomach growling very loudly.
Precisely.
Oh, Buck. I'll offer him just one of the rations I have since he's clearly hungry.
They're gonna know that their trap failed sooner rather than later. We should set up a thing. We can discuss this somewhere safer.
In
So
an,
probably scryed on.
in Infernal, so those of you that understand it, understand. He takes the food from your hand, Tosha, bowing his head deeply and pressing it to the top of your hand. Thank you so generously, little scaled one. It is a wonderful thing to meet another Yuan-Ti.
Wait, what?
And he gives you a very flirtatious smile. Tosha, that you understood.
That I understood.
Does he also have some like scales that we can see?
No
Does that make
scales.
sense?
No.
He just called himself a Yuan-Ti.
Buddy, can you ask him what languages he does speak? In case there's another shared tongue.
What other languages do you speak, Buckler?
Well, I tried the common tongue, which you all don't seem to understand.
You're the one who doesn't seem to understand the common tongue.
No, I was speaking it before. Lektashiraton.
We're in between planes, guys. Nobody's gonna. There's no comment.
I know.
Elvish.
I know Elvish.
Elvish, yes.
Um,
The question is our Elvish is Elvish?
he starts speaking fluent Elvish to all of you. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
It's
Thank
rooted a
you.
bit more heavily in Sylvan than yours, but it's still like, you know, it's like Brazilian compared to like Mexican Spanish.
Portuguese.
Portuguese, thank you. I'm
So
not
with
good at
some-
languages.
So with some effort, we are able to have the whole group
Yes.
involved in the conversation.
Yes. But yes, as I was stating, thank you very much, Scaled One. Really appreciate it.
You're most welcome.
Wait, so does he speak Sylvan?
He does not speak Sylvan. He understands a form of Elven that is very deeply rooted in Sylvan, closer to Sylvan.
Okay. So
Well,
Patry doesn't really understand what he's saying, but she's still gonna go up and say, "Hi, I'm Patry. Nice to meet you." And just straight up common, even though she doesn't.
hi.
know.
She said it in common.
Yeah, and he
Yes.
recognizes the energy. Like, so you all have Fae where you're from. That's oddly strange.
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately.
And he'll call out, "Does anybody have a light weapon I could fucking use?"
I'll just give him a dagger.
Thank you so much. And he'll like shake your hand graciously as he's taking it.
You're
You're getting all the
welcome.
brownie points.
Time for the ritual.
Right. What exactly was that, Natalie? You said you could set up like a safe place.
I can
where we
hide us, but no, giving him a dagger might not have been a great idea. He's gonna do something.
That's
Um,
exactly what I was. Yeah.
Okay, I can cast an illusion that will not go away. I think if Tulsha can help us out with keeping things warded away, right?
Yes, I can cast Forbiddance.
And I can cast Private Sanctum, making us undetectable.
Perfect. Now they're probably scrying on this, so they know we're gonna do it. So might as well just do it.
Excuse me while I raise my skeletons.
He just keeps tossing the dagger back and forth.
What else is he wearing, actually?
He's wearing padded armor that would be placed underneath. Not padded armor. He's wearing an undercoat that would be placed underneath something like armor.
Okay. I'll just gesture at the. Yeah, we actually did take off the armor of those ghouls. Two of them. Listen, you're welcome to one of these armors.
No thanks. I stick to being light on my feet.
Right, fair enough. So, what exactly is it you were sent for? Some sort of artifact?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you're from a different world, so it doesn't hurt that I tell you anything. Yeah, there's an artifact that, well, one of the leaders in my church really wanted. So I volunteered for the job. There's so many different portals down there. It was becoming a headache. I just happened to come through this one when I was dragged in. And I thought a large estate would be something I could, possibly broker a deal to get myself out of, but they didn't seem interested. Big Vamp Daddy was a bit of a dick.
Right. So you have dealt with similar beings before?
No, I've never been here before. Or dealt, well, I mean, I've killed skeletons, as of course, zombies.
Right. Well, how would you
Fiends of
like
vampires.
to pay back this Vamp Daddy, as you so?
Oh,
want
I'd
to
like
call
nothing
him?
better.
Right.
But I do warn you, you don't want to go to the left wing of the house. He apparently has a bunch of guests there.
Okay. Sort of guests.
Did he mention where he kept his pets at all? In his words.
Oh,
Yeah. He did. Right wing, second story, middle of the building.
but what sort of guests were these you were referring to?
Other leeches.
Other vampires?
Or Paris.
I mean, if you want to be respectful to them.
No, I just want to be clear, so you didn't actually say liches.
Leeches, yes, sorry.
Right, exactly, right.
So we're a bit on edge ever since coming here.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Well, if you help us do what we need to do, then I don't mind letting you go afterwards.
I didn't know that you minded in the first place. I'm
Asmodeus
sorry.
does not have a good reputation in our realm.
Why?
I look to the rest of the group. Should I?
He's
Should
just,
I say it?
He says that like genuinely confused. Like, why?
In our world, there was a war between the gods, and now they're split between what is known as the prime deities and the betrayer deities. And Asmodeus falls in an odd place, but most consider them within betrayer deity.
I've never heard of Asmodeus betraying anything. Anyone.
Probably wouldn't.
Yeah, there wasn't a blood war or anything in the Hells a while back. Was that actually canon in your universe?
The Blood Wars, yeah.
Yeah, Natalie is gonna say that.
You
I
understand?
mean,
The Blood Wars were. Are you on the side of the mortals for the Blood War?
Not on either side.
Those imbeciles went down there in the hopes of breaking the boundary between the hells and the abyss. Doing that would flood unknown horrors into the rest of the realms, and we'd be fucked. Hell is necessary to keep that balanced. They're the only creatures powerful enough to constantly combat the abyss.
How do you feel about Zariel then, or Levistus?
Zariel made her own decision, and Levistus tried betraying my lord. There are consequences to breaking the law, as there should be.
Would Natalie know about Belial at all, or no?
No,
Or is that too
no,
modern?
that's all too modern.
Yeah, too modern. Okay.
Breaking the rules, there must be consequences, or else why have rules in the first place? The world is reduced to nothing but chaos, and chaos breeds death and destruction for innocent.
Actually, I agree with you on that.
but
I do too. Seems we aren't so different after all, Natalie.
No, I meant I agree with him on the death and destruction thing, not exactly the laws portion, because some laws are fucked.
You are young. You'll learn one day. And he pats you on the head.
Don't touch me.
Very well.
But no, like I said, that our realm's worship is split between prime and betrayers, which I don't know of all of them, but I know of some. What would be Asmodeus, the Spider Queen, the Crawling King, Vecna, as well as Zahir are all betrayers.
Would we know about Vecna? Wouldn't be considered a betrayer. He came later in our timeline, right?
I mean, lump him in.
I just want for clarity of he wasn't in the
Yeah.
war.
Right. And those are the only ones that...
Zahir.
Yes.
Oh, that putrid fucking abomination.
Believe me, I know.
Oh, I didn't mean any... I understand the curse of the Yuan-Ti.
First of the UIT.
Sorry.
No, I understand. I've had plenty of encounters with that asshole.
I found one of their worshippers before. They were trying to assassinate a few politicians within this nice little community that I had found myself wandering through. Once I found out they were breaking the law, well, it was a very easy thing. He looks at you, Bernie, with a huge smile of pride. I simply just gutted him open and hung him by his intestines and let him bleed out over the city.
You're sure they weren't worshipping Glacia instead? You know, the devil of conspiracies and plots to murder.
Nobody
dear.
would worship a lesser lord. You worship the Lord of the Hells if you want to give homage to anybody. Ask
That
them for
lesser-
favors, but you worship him.
That lesser lord's his daughter.
Yeah. As is
Oh.
Lucifer, his son. I would
Who's
never
Lucifer?
worship them. I worship him.
Natalie wouldn't know who Lucifer is, right? That's
No
like-
idea. You're like,
yeah,
what
no
the fuck
idea.
is that?
Yeah, that's why I was like, who's Lucifer?
Miriam's just writing down so much extra.
Lore,
flavor.
yes.
Yes.
And,
This is gonna be very important to the Lyceum.
and this is how Bernie found out, oh, this guy's actually good. He hates Zahir as well.
Yeah, but that's how you know he's not good. He smiled at the fact that he hung somebody by their intestines.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, the fact that he's lawful is why Bernie is willing to work
Yeah.
alongside with him for a little bit.
Yeah, lawful evil is still lawful evil. You know, like, hey, don't break the laws, and he doesn't do anything wrong. Break the laws,
So,
gloves come off.
Exactly. So on that part, they are very much in line with each other.
Yeah, he just goes a little bit further.
Right. well,
But-
while I don't necessarily agree with the method, I agree with the action itself.
True.
But anyway, we should, like Natalie suggested, find ourselves a good place to set up for a little
I have an
bit. We
idea,
are-
guys.
Right?
It's a little messed up though. We could put it directly in the middle of the bridge, and I can minor illusion the bridge. I can major illusion the bridge like 40 feet off to the side, and if anyone tries to walk over it, well, you get the idea.
Right. Well, that bridge looks dilapidated enough as is, and I wouldn't want to put ourselves in a precarious position if we are attacked.
So he rips off a portion of his sleeve, where you see he does have like infernal tattoos all up his arm. And he wraps it around the blade of the dagger and tucks it into his pants, and then goes over to one of the people that are nearly unconscious and just like hoists them up to like support them a little bit. You all tell me where we're going. You will clearly have some idea, a plan. I just hope we're
Well-
not going to be staying out here too long.
We need to get in a little bit of rest if we can. We're not in any position to take on a whole mansion full of these leeches, as you call them.
It's the side effect of fighting an atropol.
Exactly.
No idea what that is.
Undead god baby.
You killed a baby?
It's more complicated than that.
It was already dead.
An experiment to create an artificial god
Doesn't
that went
matter.
wrong.
We don't have to always tell everyone everything, Pilsha.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. If you
So
don't
an
explain-
abomination, not a child.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Bernie, when someone says they killed a baby, it's best to explain before you're hoisted.
It's also just like, yeah.
Well, I think we already made it clear that it was not a natural baby. But anyway, let's see if we can't find a place to set up here.
Yeah, Natalie's gonna walk off to the side and 6th level major illusion. Is it major image?
So-
Major image.
Before you begin setting up, do you want to know a little bit about what I heard? They used me as a showcase in front of his guests, so I ended up hearing a lot of their whispers.
That
Yes,
would be-
actually.
We should probably talk about it, in the sanctum.
Right.
Well, they're getting prepared for a vast hunt tonight.
Oh, lovely.
Hunt for what exactly?
Well, they referred to it as the cattle that found its way onto his estate.
Oh, us.
Oh, they'll have a lot of fun finding us in another plane and getting us out.
When was it you heard about this? How long has it been?
I want to say 2 hours?
Shit.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not. Yeah, that is within the same window of time then.
They said they wished to do it for sport, not for feasting, so all of them were inside the dining hall feasting on, and he gestures towards the individual he's hoisting up right now, and a few others, so that they were full when they came out to go hunting. That's why I know they're all in that wing eating. At least
So
they
then
were.
that might mean our chance to get in to complete our objective is now. Shit.
Like I said, I don't see them getting through a forbidden or private sanctum, but if you guys think otherwise, we can do something like drastic and looks towards the pit.
Well, we don't know what their leader is capable of, but let's not put all of our eggs in one basket, as it were.
He is very
Uh,
strange.
Right.
When he steps, He does not connect with the ground itself, and yet his foot seems to always be able to push off of it. He moves with a weightlessness and speed I've never seen before. I could barely keep up with him when he strode across the room.
Could he beat me in a race? Oh wait, is he speaking in Infernal still?
Oh, yeah,
Well, you
you're the
don't
only
know
one
any
who can't
language.
speak either of those two. We'll say that, fine.
Yep.
You understand thanks to Sylvan, you're just, like, translating in your head.
It like takes a
Okay.
minute, so there's like a lag.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of us that get the translator role here,
Mm-hmm.
I suppose. All right.
And he had no weapons, though his brother did.
Right. That's the third of his quote-unquote generals. We've dealt with two.
What exactly
He-
did you see of this brother?
Big. Very, very big. Where I come from, they'd say, corn-fed.
Oh.
Did the brother or the Lord say they were joining the hunt?
The brother.
So the Lord would stay behind.
The Lord does not leave his estate unless accompanied by a group of people.
And we know the Lord's meal is within the next 2 hours. Give or take.
Guys, this doesn't change anything. Are we making this place or what?
Let's just think for a moment here. If they are going out for a hunt, they'll be looking for us. How does this forbidden thing of yours work? And will they be able to see us but not get to us? Or how does... What is your plan?
I can either protect up to 40,000 square feet of floor space, or even less. The less we do, the less likely they'll be able to find us unless they're directly on top of us. But once it's set, it's set. No creature can access it by way of other planes, and any creature designated will be harmed when they enter the area. This includes celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead, unless they know the password.
Wait, how long does this last?
1 day.
With 40,000 square feet, you said?
Yes.
Why don't we just cast that near the big old mansion over there, and then watch as they have to either get away or try to hunt us down immediately while experiencing lots of hurt and pain?
Or they'll dispel it, and then we don't have this anymore.
I can cast it as a ritual. It would take 20 minutes to do so.
Just make it the size of the illusion. I'll make it so it looks like nothing's there, even when we're standing in it.
One thing I do wish to ask, self-preservation in mind. He has 12 guests, all noble vampires. If they do find and they just wait outside, do you think recharged you all could take 12 plus his brother? Plus maybe him at the same time?
If we have to, yeah.
It would not be easy, and likely many of us would die, but in theory,
That is
yes.
a tremendous amount of faith in yourselves. You must be legendary heroes of fable where you come from.
Not really.
I can distract them by annoying them and then running.
Thing is, if they try to fight us on our ground, let's say this forbidden area, and we have an illusion up that keeps changing, who's to say which Bernie's real? Who's to say which Tulsha's real? They can
Smell.
come over here.
How
They'd
can you
have to
make-
dispel it.
How long
No.
can you make this illusion of yours last?
It's permanent.
Well, also assuming they can't see through illusions.
Look, Do you guys have a better plan other because what we go hide in here where they can smell us? They know exactly where we are, or are we leaving this plane?
I mean, I did kind of like the fumigating with the forbiddance.
I'd suggest we set up in a defensible area just in case they manage to detect us there. We make it so that it has one entry point, so that, well, maybe two.
That's why I like
maybe
this
down
side.
in the crypt. If you can set up this illusion so that it looks like one of the corridors leads to just an empty hallway or something, then we could set up there with the forbiddance, so that I don't know if it looks like there is a wall, and the forbiddance keeps them from going into that wall, it might seem like an actual wall, right?
Perhaps.
If before you all execute this plan, can you tell me the way out of here? I'll carry a couple of these people with me as I'm leaving, but this sounds like a death sentence to me.
That sounds like a fireball going into a room and just blowing us up.
It does.
Yeah,
I say
so,
we stay here near the bridge. They walk over that bridge. They have to get to it. We just literally put it here. They can't get through. They're on the other side of a bridge. That guy couldn't fly without that kilt and looks at Patry like doing circles in the air.
Hey, you're not attuned yet. It hasn't been an hour.
So Tulsha, you said you can do forbiddance. Natalie, you saying you can as well?
No, I'm saying I can make this place. We won't be visible. Even when we're in this illusion, we won't be visible. And if we want them to see something, it's 100% controlled. I don't see how them hunting us changes anything. They were always hunting us. What option do we have other than this? Location, Bernie was right. Location is the only thing we should be discussing right now.
The only other option is breaking into that right side of the mansion before they go out on the hunt.
They can sense us. There's no point.
Well, we do have the water, but not enough for all of us.
Actually,
it'll last an hour.
It doesn't.
we have enough for 2 hours, yes?
We
For
have
all-
enough for 1 hour for all of us normally.
Let's think here. While their focus is on us, that does create an opening for someone to maybe slip into the mansion.
You guys know they detect life that's living. Am I speaking like she's gonna start
Do you
speaking
remember
common
the
again?
blood you were given that makes them not detect that?
That's
It only lasts an hour. Like,
And
we
you
can
guys
sense
have
that.
enough for 2 hours. That's what they're talking about. So continue, Bernie, with what you were saying.
I'm just thinking that we might be able to use, now that we have, well, Buckler here with us as well. You are capable of doing some infiltration, aren't you?
Infiltration isn't really my forte,
All right.
but it can be.
But you know where the mansion is, yes?
I know where the
Rough-
mansion is. I know the main entrance. I know which window was unlocked when I saw it from afar. On the second story, of course, where you have to enter into. Also, if you can get me a few random bits, I might be able to cast spells again, but
What kind of bits are you looking for?
ashes from a burned leaf of mistletoe, sprig of spruce.
Yeah, I'd have some of those materials.
You would?
What?
Why?
Because I have a bunch of spell components as well as a component pouch.
So you have mistletoe, but you'll have to get ashes from the burned leaf of mistletoe.
Yes.
Guys, I don't want to be the pessimist here, but this is like a horrible idea. You are all exhausted. We're not stealthy
And
like at all.
You prefer putting
this sounds
yourselves
like a
into a
rich, darn good
controlled
time.
area if they find out where you are, surrounding you with 12 plus noble vampires, and just hoping you can fight your way out?
You could always just leave and come back.
No, if we leave and come back, it's going to take us so long to get back to that entrance.
Look, us
Do we
sneaking
really have to fight them? I thought we just had to rescue somebody.
we do have to rescue somebody, but sneaking in is not any of your fortes. Looking at everyone in heavy armor and then the giant robot.
I can make it a little easier on all of you.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
I just need those components.
Well, I'll hand some of the raw materials from the component pouch.
He'll take them. It'll only last an hour, so let me know if we're going to do that.
I can also cast silence on an area. So when sneaking in, we can at least be quiet about it.
Or you could just trick them.
I'm
could.
listening.
Do the forbiddens here. I'll do the major image and I'll put a friggin' house in the middle. It looks exactly like that sanctum, and they can just stand around here waiting for us to come out of the fake house. And the real one, we could just put anywhere. Literally anywhere.
I mean, I really like that idea, mainly because it does involve mischief and screwing these assholes over.
Just do that.
Actually, that would be a good idea. If they're out hunting for people and they see a heavily warded area, they would assume the people are inside, yes?
Yeah. And then we'll put the real one in the crypt or something.
Or we use that time to sneak in and get up.
Guys, you are not sneaky. And you're all... I can't keep casting spells like this.
Give me...
Okay, let's set up the forbiddens thing. We find a place out here. The the chasm down there should keep them away unless they know of some other way around it, and we'll just set ourselves up, hope that we can get as much rest as we can, and then we make our assaults.
Would you all mind pointing me the direction out?
They're gonna think you're us. You're gonna get hunted. You really think you're gonna make it out in time?
I'd rather take my chances than put myself and be bait for them.
You were literally being bait the second you... Okay.
I'm aware of that, but I may owe a favor for saving my life, but I don't owe my life. And I'd be more than happy to take a couple of them with me.
I don't mind if he leaves. In fact, I'm fine with him leaving.
Sure.
All right.
The only exit we know heads back to our realm.
It's not here.
It's on a ledge overlooking lava.
It will look just like home for him then. Okay, let's...
Surrounded by inkillable undead.
Well, killable, but then they come back.
All right. You owe us at least this much. You'll get these other prisoners out there.
I can carry two of them. I couldn't carry the other.
Right, but one of them seems capable of walking, right?
That was him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Out of the 5, he was... he looks about as rough as you guys do. The other 3 were just on the cusp of, like, passing out, and the 4th one is stable but still unconscious.
Okay.
Or the 5th one, sorry. So he could carry 2 of them out, the 2 that can kind of function with him, but then one of the ones who can't really function that well, and then the one who's unconscious is just gonna be here.
Crap, I didn't want to suggest this, but the ones that can't make out yet, if we put them in the warded area, they will think that's us. I don't want to I hate that I still have those dots. It's an awful thing to do to use someone else's bait, but it would let us get to the mansion, keep their attention drawn away. And if we put some of our blood on them, they'll think it's us.
We're not
Because you
doing that.
Do it
Well,
to
then-
the rats.
we could do it to the rats.
Sure.
Because you remember what that
I'll keep the
Madam You remember what Madam Turk said about my blood. And then we can get to the mansion. Rescue Nathaniel, and we get out. We all make a beeline straight for the exit after that. Or, actually, why didn't I think of this before? I could use banishment on one or two of us, and then were to recall the rest of us. I don't know where you'd end up, though.
That's fine. You can banish me.
That's fine. I can just run back.
I just imagine Patry as like a speedrunner for Super Mario.
Yeah. Just don't worry. Just
But
Okay.
yes,
Sounds like. Oh, sorry.
yes, I can do that for you, Buckle, and then for one of us, and I can get the rest of us out with the word of recall. That way you can get out of here once we get the person we need to get.
You can do all of that today?
Tomorrow.
No, I can do that today. I have enough. Barely. As long as I ritual cast Forbiddance, I will have it.
He looks down at the person still lying on the ground as you're all discussing this. I don't feel right leaving
I don't either.
even criminals here.
So are we tricking them? What's the plan?
think.
Let's just put it to a vote. Keep this quick.
All right. So vote. I'll type it out. So trick the vampires to try to rest. 2 locations. 1 is decoy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. The next one is no decoy. Try to long rest. Hope you don't get found in 8 hours by 12 vampires who would surround you all. And the last one is decoy to attract the 12 vampires, sneak into mansion, and try to get Nathan, then dip. So, trick, no decoy, and decoy. Those are the 3 options. You type out what you're doing. Trick is the first one, no decoy is the second, decoy is the last. Well, that's 4 for you trying to do the trick the vampires to try to rest 2 locations. 1 is decoy.
Okay, since we're doing that, I can do Forbiddance twice. It's just ritual. I can make ours smaller, this one
Alright.
larger.
Let's do that then.
If need be, I can also hide whatever's in the Forbiddance with my Sanctum, because it can block dark vision.
How many times can you cast it?
I can cast it. Technically, I can cast it twice at 4th level and twice again at 5th.
Then we should try to make them identical as we can. If they can't see in, and there's 2 identical parties, they minimum have to split up if they want to get their best chance. Especially if our scent is there. Or no scent, actually. No, our scent would be needed.
Okay, so how are we doing this? It's just 2?
If you create the decoy one close to the portal, we can take all of them there, and I'll try to sneak them out, at least onto that ledge. Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and be bait.
That's right.
But at least that decoy for a while will have some bodies.
You know they can go through that portal, right?
What?
They can go through that portal.
Oh, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yes, it's an open gate. It goes both ways.
Do we actually know that, though?
Well, they're the ones that made that god baby, right? They had to have gone through it to put it
No,
there.
they're not.
No, they weren't.
This guy did.
Marion knows who made the god. No, Tolsha knows. Well, you don't know who it was. You know what they look like.
We know it happened during the war, thousands of years ago.
No, because Nathan walked past this, like, when he first came through. I don't know. I didn't think it was there.
So Nathan snuck past the god baby to get in. He found a way to do that properly. But when Tolsha did her casting of legend lore on the plate, she saw that it was a lich that had created the god baby.
Okay.
Yeah,
I wouldn't bet that they couldn't. Like, I don't see why they wouldn't be able to walk through a portal.
Aren't otherworldly creatures not able to pass through portals? Isn't that the point of them?
I don't think these guys are that otherworldly. Especially if they were once regular people.
Well, they're nothing like the vampires on my world.
There's vampires on your world?
We don't have any on ours that we know of.
Yeah, they're pretty well tamed. There's a group of them that travel through the desert on sand riders, and they feast on people who donate their blood to them, not on anybody else. And then there's other ones that do enslave people, but they're part of a political scheme. Not many people like to deal with them at all. But usually they're very refined and not that sinister.
Let's just split it into 2. We don't even have to leave scent on either one. Split it into 2. 6 will go to one. 6 will probably go to the other. Take our chances.
Split the party?
No, I'm saying, like, because we're doing this spell, and what we're doing right now is putting our scent on one, and then we're going to try to make another where we hide. But, like, in all reality, if they find the one that's more hidden and they're like, well, this is weird, they're just all going to stay at the one that's more hidden because that makes more sense. So, honestly, yeah, Forbiddance, put down an actual hut. Forbiddance, put down an actual hut. And then they have to friggin' choose which one's real. They're probably going to split it between 6 and 6. I think our odds are... I'll go back to Natalie. I think our odds are better if we just have it 6 and 6 than 12.
Yes.
And
Then there we go. Let's
and,
set one here and one far away from here.
the other thing that I might be able to do as well is, how well do they smell blood? Because I can make another one of those, points to Boney's shoulder where the tiny servant is. And if we give that one of the blood, just have it start running away now to, maybe attract their attention further.
They're going to find us no matter what. They're going to be looking for a while.
Wait, your automaton can talk?
Yep.
Your gnomes are fucking amazing.
No, she built that
No.
herself.
Wait, what? Oh, there's a gnome in there? Starts, like, looking at your stomach.
I
No.
He's a
I-
dragon head.
would almost feel offended about that if you didn't comment on how good I was.
No. She.
Above board, does blood lore work on cast, or is it like lasting, like affecting range?
Which one?
Sorry, does blood lore only target things when it's cast?
Oh, blood lure. Yes, and it lasts for a minute.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
However, during that time, any creature that feasts on blood will be going after it, but it needs at least a pint of blood. And of course, they can attempt to resist it.
So I do want to read through the 2 spells while you guys are talking about this. Forbiddance, and what was the other one?
I'm not even using nature image anymore. I thought we were just putting 2 sanctums up.
Oh,
in there.
okay then. Yeah. All right.
Private sanctum.
Lily would also probably give this suggestion is because since Patry is so damn fast, maybe we give her some blood to smear on landmarks surrounding the mansion, so that basically further their attention more as much as we can.
They sense.
Yeah, I can be
living
big.
guys.
It'd be like a game of tag.
Guys,
What was that, Natalie?
they sense living things. Like Patry's better off putting it on a rat and running the rat somewhere and leaving it. But if you need to rest. I cannot stress this enough. They're going to find both of these locations.
Actually, that's a good contention. We know that the undead of this realm are able to detect life. The brothers were not from this realm. Can I make Arcana or educated guess that say they do not gain that benefit?
Yeah, but they have dogs.
Oh right, we have the dogs. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and you can roll an Arcana to see what you know about this.
I would like to assist if possible to
Sure.
Make it a straight roll.
Yeah.
Go 18.
Oh, that's not bad. For you, it's average, but the way it was described to you is like you can feel wind when it touches you, and you can feel when there's something different, like a thunderstorm is about to happen. You can feel static, you can feel a pressure. These creatures seem to be able to do that when in proximity to life.
Okay.
So it's not exactly a smell, but most people relate it to a smell. Kind of like, it's closer to Bernie's divine sense. It's not necessarily a smell, it's the sense of the presence of life. It's life sense.
Okay, so it's more like the paladin's divine sense than it is like spot on location.
Correct.
Okay, so yes, we do the layers here, leave the rats, and then we walk the hour to the portal, and then do the same thing there. Am I understanding this correctly?
I don't think
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we'll stand by the portal and be ready with everyone. Because, just in case.
Well,
Here in the middle of the bridge, just so they don't have a lot of fun ways of surrounding this one.
I can stretch mine up to 100 feet cubic. Or a cube of 100 feet on each side.
alrighty.
Right,
So
mine
I would like a
takes-
survival check from whoever's going to find the 2 locations.
That would be me.
All right, go ahead.
I will use session advantage for a flat roll
All right.
and guidance.
All right.
Yo.
31.
All right. The place on the bridge is probably going to be perfectly fine unless any of the vampires are strong enough that they can jump across that gap, which you're not quite sure how strong they are. So If they can do that, they'll probably be able to surround it pretty easily. But at least it's a defensible location that would make sense for you to be there. The second location, right by the portal, it's your choice if you want to put it like right next to the portal and just hope they can't get through, because I will repeat to all of you, none of you know if they can get through or not. Natalie just thinks that they can, and she's very confident in everything that she says.
Question. Around the portal, we also have the debris of our ship blocking line of sight.
Yes. You can also hide yourselves within the debris of the ship in a much smaller location.
No, I was just like saying like hiding, like, hey, they're coming this way. The ship's blocking their line of sight for at least a second.
Yeah, I mean, like, you have those two options for the other one. Which one do you wish to take?
We should.
The one where you
would've-
will be in the open and just hope they can't go through the portal if you need to back out of there, or the other one where you are more hidden within the rubble of the ship.
If I was to guess, I'd say we're at the one next to the portal. If I was the vampires and I had to guess which one, if I wanted to put more people on one.
Well, that's going to be the actual one we're talking about. The first one, the one on the bridge, makes perfect sense. That's your decoy one. And then your other one is what you guys have to discuss.
Yes. So the decoy one's here on the bridge. Our two choices are putting it next to the portal or in the wreckage of the ship. The ship would be more defensible as it would be blocking line of sight. The portal one would give us an escape.
How much distance is between the portal and the wreckage of the ship?
A good, 100 feet or so.
We could make the forbiddance last to the portal to the ship.
Right, but then it's very easy to see where it is. That's the thing. Are you trying to actually hide it, or are you trying to just, fuck it, we need area?
I would almost say in the bowels of the ship is where we should put it.
I say ship.
We'd be about 100 feet away from the portal. All we'd have to do is make it there. If things go south.
I think the ship's going to have more vampires around it. If you guys want to stay in that hut, it's up to you guys, though.
Okay, so what exactly, in terms of who's going where now?
We're all heading towards the portal.
We're leaving the rats here in our sanctum and forbiddance.
Why?
Because we need the life detection, remember? To distract.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying at this point it doesn't matter.
That's the entire reason we're doing a decoy.
What's been the entire point of the conversation of a decoy?
I'm saying now because they're gonna see both decoys. They're gonna see both, is what I'm saying. They're finding.
That was the point. At best, we wanted to split them if they find us.
No, but if we put rats under one, they're just gonna be like, well, that's a fake one.
They can. The entire argument that they can see life is that we want to split up.
No, I know that. I'm saying unless we put rats under both, it doesn't make sense.
Then where are we hiding then?
We're not hiding.
You don't need rats in both. You have yourselves in the other one.
Right.
They can't tell you we're on another plane. They won't know we're in there.
Oh, you wanted us to put two traps. Want to make two decoys and then hide in the other plane. That's what your plan.
Yeah, that was the original plan.
Went over all of our heads.
Guys, we're doing it this way. I am staying here with 3 others. We'll set up a forbiddance and thing here. The rest of you go hide in a different place closer to the portal. If we set it up, we should time it so that each group gets a full rest. When this expires here, I'll bring myself and whoever 3 remains with me over to the other group.
Bernie, that's suicide.
That's suicide.
Yeah,
I can do it I have a way of doing it. Quickly.
No, we'll just stay together.
Tell us your
I
way.
can do it.
And there goes Joey.
Do you trust me, guys?
I'll stay with you. I think it should be me and Patry since we can both fly.
That doesn't matter.
We're over a pit of things a pit of death. Flying over that would be a lot safer than just walking.
Walking or flying, it doesn't matter, because I have a way of bringing us, me and 3 others, some distance very quickly.
Okay, I'll stay here.
All right, then, Marion,
Okay.
Lily, you and I will head towards the portal and set up camp in the ship along with Buckle and the survivors.
We'll make it seem like this is the main place where we would be camping. Seems defensible. Seems like a reasonable place to set up. We'll use this as the lure or the bait. When they discover it, and hopefully we can wait it out. Get our rest as well. When it expires, I'll bring us along to the other group.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's a sleepover.
Can you
I'll-
whisper me what it is you're going to do that? Because I'm trying to figure it out and I can't.
All right.
Yeah.
It's something I haven't used ever since I got it. So,
Yeah.
Okay, in this situation, then I'm just gonna add the caveat. Can we just move the people, the useless NPCs into the portal so they're nice and warm?
Sure.
So just in case they are safe or not, so we don't have to drag bodies when we're running for our lives.
Yeah. Third decoy.
Jesus Christ. So fucking convoluted.
Like, yeah, I would. Why I completely missed that portal thing.
Yeah.
100%.
No, yeah, so like, because if we put rats under it and then we don't put rats under the other one, they find this one and then they're like, well, this is weird. And then if they find the other one, which 8 hours, they'll probably find the other one, they'll be like, well, that one's obviously fake because that one was to lead us somewhere. So like, that's why the if we're putting in like plain sight or a defensible place, like it doesn't, unless Natalie's putting up a major image, there's no point.
I mean, I thought the whole thing was you were going to put a major image up over the one in the ship.
Yeah, but this also saves our spell slot in case like they do just say fuck it, we're dispelling magic.
All right. So, decoy. Type me if you're one of the people staying at the decoy. Because this is so fucking complicated. Holy shit.
Well, guys, it was nice playing on this campaign. About to give a vampire an artifact of time.
Oh, I'm not staying at the decoy.
Clover, Patry, anybody else staying at the decoy? He said up
Bernie.
to 3.
Bernie.
He said up to 3. So Bernie is the third.
no, I'm the first, and there are 3 others.
Yes, that's why I'm asking if anybody else wishes to stay. You know what? Out of everybody, fucking Buckler likes you the most. He's sticking with you.
All right.
Well, actually, he likes Tolsha the most, but yeah, he's going to have to talk to you about that. All right.
And then the other group brings along the other prisoners.
Wait, before we get any further, what are we... Nobody type in chat. Do not type in chat right now. No typey. What spells are we putting in this location?
Forbidden.
Private Sanctum.
/ private sanctum. All right.
So that's going to take 30 minutes to put those down.
Yes.
Everyone else is near portal, opposite side of this entire estate. Okay. What spells are there?
Forbidden.
And Private Sanctum again.
That's it.
That's all we got.
Okay, I'm just confirming before we execute the plan, so nobody redacts like, oh, but wait, I thought we were doing this instead. This is it. This is your plan. This is what we are doing.
Let's double check the bag of holding just in case we forgot something.
I'm giving
really
you all
useful.
to the count of 10. 1, 2.
We have some way of using,
four,
say, major image. Is that only Natalie who could do that?
Natalie's the only one.
Only Natalie. Yeah.
9, and 10. Locked in. This is what we're doing. There we go. Oh, and we're going to go ahead and go on break, guys. All right, Beans will be right back. That's good. We're going to go ahead and go on break. And when we get back, we'll see if this plan works or if things go very awry. I have a lot of dice to roll.
Yeah, this
And that was the wrong overlay. We're back! Before we jump in the action today, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in joining our community, we have open slots available. Epic level campaign available for the Friday evening game. I really should add like an echo effect for me, but that's too much effort. But yes, if you're interested in that, be sure to reach out to me, let me know, or go through our Patreon, which is listed down in the description below. So, everybody, you separated your groups into 2 parties. You know, the smartest thing you can ever do while inside of a very deadly location. Split the party.
Had to happen at least once.
I would like watch orders. We're starting with Bernie's group first.
We're in a private sanctum. We're not even in the same realm. Like, what?
That's
Is there a
not.
window?
That's not the same thing.
So you're not taking watches? Okay.
I mean, unless they did this?
Private Sanctum is not an extra dimensional plane.
Oh, I thought it was an extra dimensional plane.
No.
Nope.
It's only a 4th level.
Oh.
You're thinking of Mansion.
Yeah, I'm thinking of
That's
Magnificent
7.
Mansion.
Yeah, big difference.
That's 7th. We don't have that yet.
Oh no. Okay. I mean, yeah, we can do watches. Natalie not being exhausted should probably go first. Oh yeah, she needs to attune. Yeah, Patrick can do it.
Sounds good. Patry, please roll me your perception check. And you are not... No, Patry is exhausted. Wouldn't make a difference.
Ain't worse than that.
You spend about half of the watch playing with the skirt, twisting from side to side, watching it as it moves back and forth. And it's not a skirt, it's a kilt. Stop calling it a skirt. It's more badass.
It's the magic item.
It has pockets.
Cindy, I was like, I'm not a skirt. I'm a kilt, damn it.
Kilts are badass. They have pockets.
They're also heavier.
Is it plaid? Yeah, it is plaid.
Okay, it's a kilt then.
Mm-hmm. And you're
Celtic
fairly
kilt.
certain nothing happens during your watch, Patry. Who is going to be second? Natalie?
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Okie dokie. Let's just keep rolling till she likes it. I'll use 19. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. While keeping watch, you do notice from behind you on the opposite side of the bridge this hissing sound. And when you look back there, you see there's about 3 of these vampires looking at the edge of where you all are, watching carefully.
Natalie's gonna pull out her whistle and blow it in one of their heads.
You just immediately detect yourself, despite the fact they might not be able to see you.
No, the whistle's inaudible except for them in their head.
Yeah, they don't know where it's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Drive them mad.
Yeah, Natalie likes to fuck around with people.
Towards the end of your watch, you notice about 5 of them on that side.
Hope they don't notice the floating house above the bridge. And I guess I'll go inform Bernie and point out where they are when she goes to sleep.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Bernie, roll your perception check.
Yep. 18.
Okay. There's about 7. 2 on the front side, 5 on the back. all of them have definitely sniffed out your location. At one point of the night, one of them slips away. And then towards the end of your watch, it comes back, and you see a giant of a vampire, just under 7 feet tall. This massive, muscular individual with a large overcoat made to present themselves nicely comes wandering up. He looks around carefully, and he keeps speaking in Hungral to the others.
Okay. Is this at the very tail end of the long rest?
Pretty close to it, yeah.
Right. Okay. I'm just staying alert and on edge and ready to do what I'm supposed to do. And before we, while we set these things up, I would have asked Miriam and about who set up the forbiddance again? Was that
I
also?
did.
All right. Yeah. So I'll ask you how specifically it works.
I would tell you how it's worked and that it's a password to get through.
Right.
And the password would be our father's name.
Okay.
It's the private sanctum portion that does not allow teleportation magic.
No,
It's-
Forbiddance does as well. Plane travel.
Also, I can choose what affects Private Sanctum.
Oh, which ones did you give it then?
I wanted to make it so no sound could escape, go through the barrier, and it's obfuscated with that mist that dark vision cannot penetrate. Because we knew Forbiddance was going to block the teleportation, I would not have done that. But it also blocks divination spells and sensors. So basically everything on that list except for the teleportation blocker.
Okay.
Because I knew Forbiddance was going to take care of that.
Prevents plane travel.
Yeah.
Which teleportation technically is?
Can't teleport into the area. It says nothing about out of the area. So that's still good. For forbiddance. For forbiddance.
Right.
Yes.
Sorry. These spells are actually, when you stack them, a little complicated.
Yeah, there's a reason why I made sure not
Yep.
to touch the teleporting options. Make it a little
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah, so they can get out, no one can get in.
So, as you are looking over at that giant one, he takes a couple of steps and then moves his hand forward as you see it begins to sizzle from the damage of this forbiddance around it.
May I roll the damage, see how much he takes?
Sure.
5d10.
Yep.
26
26.
points of radiant.
It seems to hurt him a little bit. He draws his hand backwards.
So, yeah, I'll just give Clover and Patry a warning, just to wake up and so they'll be ready once we have to move.
Did they get benefits?
Also, 8 points of necrotic.
No.
From blood. No bloodletting focus?
No necrotic.
Oh, okay.
Vampires, man.
So after he sees that, pulls his hand back, you watch it almost fully heals within just a moment of him looking at it. Well, you all are from Exandria.
He speaks in common now, I assume.
Yeah.
And yeah, about the private sanctum again.
Not yet, Patry.
I can't. Can I hear that?
You can hear
I
that.
mean,
He can't
clearly
hear
then?
you.
Okay, so but can I make it so that he can hear me?
No.
There's one way that you can.
Sticking my head out.
Well, no, telepathy. You
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
For a
like-
moment- I for a moment.
I forgot
I
I'm a
had that.
psychic.
Yeah. So I'll just look at him and that's right. I heard that you and your brother were once as well. Or at least not from here.
We have never been to Exandria. But
Right.
we know others who have. Tell me, what is it that you desire here?
Well, there are a few things. But it seems to me like you would be trying to hunt us down and kill us no matter what I say, so...
Our
there a way-
guests are here to hunt you and kill you. My only concern is protecting my brother.
Right.
And just because we are enemies does not mean we cannot be civil.
Exactly, that's why we're having a conversation, isn't it? And I'll just, while I'm sort of speaking, or right after, I'll look to Patry and Clover and just say, get ready. I'm just trying to buy us a little bit of time here. So we can...
And Buckler?
Oh, he stayed with us too.
Yeah, he was going to be the fourth watch guy.
Yeah, good.
Oh yeah, you too. Just kick him.
So, you would say that your brother is capable of reasoning, then?
Usually. He likes to accommodate our guests.
Right. And your current guests are being accommodated by hunting us.
It is not every day that unique blood becomes an option to many of them.
Sure. But are they not... The guests, I mean, are they not also under his protection?
No. They understand their station here.
Right.
So you never told me. What are you here for? Do you wish to slay my brother?
Actually, no, we don't. I don't particularly, at least, have anything. Well, I have a little bit against you, brother, being a vampire and all that, but it's not something I can't live with. There are worse monstrosities in the world as well. That have a certain place in it. Would you and your brother be able to, well, if we could maybe reach a deal for a certain person?
Unfortunately, deals are out of the question.
Why is that?
You murdered our gardener.
Gardener?
Yes. Our ghoulmancer?
Oh,
It's my little
Ghoulmancer,
nickname
right.
for him, you know.
Right.
Digs up all the plots.
Well, technically, he's, we didn't actually murder him, we just put him on a bit of a timeout.
Regardless, makes no difference to me. My
Right, well,
brother is not fond of things like that occurring. I just wish to know... You're here for someone, and you haven't found them, which means it's either him or one of his pets. Are one of them related to you?
Clover, yeah, she can hear what he says, right? But I'll look at her. What do you want me to say to him?
Tell him anything. I would just stop talking to him.
Sure, I'm just trying to drag out the conversation so that we can all feel like we're ready to go. Do you think the others are...
Keep resting till this forbiddance is down, unless they walk through it.
Well, before that, I didn't get your name, actually.
Carlisle.
Carlisle. And your brother?
Sabastine.
Sabastine. I'll just write that in the chat. How I think it's... right. So what are your sort of... Well, what do you... I heard that you deposed the former lord of this estate.
Yes. He was
And
a
now...
unruly dictator.
Right. you are
Didn't
more
deserve
of
the
a-
name of noble, which he had taken into himself.
Ah. You are more ruly dictators.
We protect what is ours. We keep ourselves satiated. Believe it or not, what we are doing is far more humane than many of the other nobles. We keep few to feed upon, to keep us satiated. Others satiate as they go, murdering in their wake.
Well, there's something to be said for that, I suppose, but still, it's not a good way to treat people in general. I mean, you do suffer from a bit of a difficult condition, the way I see it. If you can't sustain yourselves by regular food. Wouldn't it be better to just be mortal, like you're supposed to?
And who says we are supposed to?
Well, it's the way you are. It's the way you come into the world.
And do people not change for the better?
I wouldn't say so.
I would not give up this lifestyle so easily. You see, I do not relish in killing. Not like many of my kindred types. But I don't mind it at all. If it is easier to not have a line of corpses to worry about, and to me it is easier not to create hostility from people.
Well, in that regard, we are kind of similar, actually. I don't actually relish killing. I'll look over at Clover. And, but sometimes it is necessary. But you see, and this is actually interesting. We've had, well, in recent weeks, months, had cause to discuss such things as, free will and such. And it seems to me that mortals are the ones that are supposed to have free will. And if you become immortal, then you no longer have free will. And by virtue of your condition, you certainly are incapable of, suppressing your need to feed on mortal blood. Is it worth it?
I think so. Yes.
Well, it seems like a dreary place to live. There's no color, there's hardly anything here.
The interesting thing is the contrast. Why do you think everyone is so excited? And when he spreads his arms, you see about another 8 or 9 of these vampires all on his side now stepping up. You see, with everything being so dreary, we get to see the brightness of your blood so much more clearly. And it is a beautiful sight that you can
Right.
only see as something like me.
Right. Well, there are many things you can't see, such as sunrise, for example.
The
That's
sunrise
even more
was
beautiful.
nothing but comparison to the dwindling sight of when your heart stops beating. It is beautiful.
Well, I suppose we'll have to end this in some sort of combat before long. So, is there anything, well, you would like us to say at your funeral?
No funeral. A pyre.
A pyre. A vampire?
You are a funny man.
I
And
know.
I respect that.
That's good.
But if you slay me, kill me in a large blaze, if you can. The closest to the red of your blood I can see. And if I kill you, I promise you, you will not be bloodlet. Not like the pets. Your death will be swift. And you will not be fed upon by a lesser creature than myself.
Right. Interesting. Well, these pets of yours, don't they, I mean, they must be lose their taste after a while, right? You get bored of eating the same thing day in, day out?
Usually takes about a decade, yes.
No, okay.
But you are here for one of the pets. Good.
We might be here for something more as well. And, or maybe instead. I guess we'll find out eventually.
I wish you the best in our upcoming fight. And he sticks his hand into the disintegrating area, offering it to you. As you hear it sizzle and slip the skin off of him.
I'll,
How ballsy is Bernie?
Well,
Yes.
I'll roll an insight check here.
Sure.
Because he doesn't actually seem like a very deceptive kind of.
Does Bernie have disadvantage?
Oh yeah, you still haven't finished your long rest, so disadvantage.
Okay. So
30.
30 then.
He seems to be doing this as a sign of respect to you.
Well, from one warrior to another, I suppose we can respect each other like that. I'll let his hand stew there for just a little bit before I.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll the damage once told. All right, 32. Nice. Now give me a strength saving throw. He's no, I'm fucking with you. Just. But yes, he reaches out, squeezes your hand, and you can tell that he's holding back how hard he squeezes in order to ensure he does not hurt you. But while still being firm enough that you can feel the grip.
If his hand is like being singed by this forbidden, is there like some piece of skin or something that flakes off into my hand?
Roll me a sleight of hand check to see if that happens or not.
All right.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
2. Unfortunately not. It flakes and disintegrates completely as he draws his hand back out, looking at the wound.
Well,
Tell
I'd
your
say-
priestess she did a good job at keeping you alive.
Natalie will just wave from the window.
Yeah.
Oh, he can't see. It's all foggy in here.
Well, I'd since we're going to have to end this sometime by a respectful combat. At least it's a good thing you're allowing us to be at our be well rested and such before. Right? It would be dishonorable otherwise, I'd say.
I am in no hurry to take your lives. However, our guests, they seem very interested in getting to their meals. Some of them have been conspiring ways to dispel all of this.
Well, I mean, they're welcome to try and move in.
As I've made it clear to them. Good day. Enjoy your
night.
slumber.
Like you.
He strodes away, and you, Bernie, perception check.
I'm gonna use session advantage.
So it's a straight roll. Straight roll. 23. Damn, this disadvantage is fucking you guys over. That's 2 nat 20s you lost, man.
Yeah.
But 23. Including the brother, you've counted a total of 13 vampires here.
Okay.
It would appear that all of them have found this spot and just assume.
Right. Well, I turn to Patrick and Natalie. I think the plan worked.
I had faith.
But, let's just get as much as we can out of this then, and I'll start just limbering up a little bit and doing some stretches.
All right. At the end of this, Buckler looks over at you. Is it my turn to watch?
Oh, this was this was
Your
the
third watch, yeah, he's fourth.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, everyone's
I was-
still fucking beat.
Yeah, I was thinking I was on fourth watch or last watch. So like this was at the
Yeah, no, you were third, not fourth.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
Then I wouldn't have been waking Natalie and Patrick.
Okay.
Much then. So yeah.
Fair enough. So then now
Yeah.
it is his turn to roll.
He is also exhausted.
No, he's last watch, so he lost his level of exhaustion.
Yay.
Last watch is the only person who loses it before everyone else. The final bit of sleep you all had.
Well, it's a fair question.
You're going to level up I mean, if we do that now, there's not going to be any fighting this session because it's going to take you guys so long. So, yeah, it's either you level up now or you level up after the session.
I mean,
After.
this could be the difference between life and death for us.
You
Yeah, I
guys,
get
you guys
after.
tell me. You guys tell me.
I get better spells.
After.
All right, Bernie says after.
It's cheap before.
Type it after and before. Type it.
Yes, you get to pick your spells.
That's 4 befores, 1 I don't care, and 1 after. All right, guys, go ahead and take your level up now.
Yay! We all get along
Yup, yup.
I'm sorry, Bernie. I'm taking every advantage we can get here.
Hey, I can't,
Oh, remember our hit point maximum from the Hero's Feast is gone.
Yes.
Yep. And all of the benefits from Hero Feast are gone.
Yep.
And actually, that changes the play field a lot. Then, in addition to that, all of the spell preps that you guys have been working towards, you obviously have been working towards them. Mirian, you're the only one who hasn't had time to copy down your new spells that you figured out on level up. So you have the spell slide, you just don't have the spell yet. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one unfortunate thing to Wizard. However, here's a spell book. Learn 7 new spells. Just Can you open Compendium for level up stuff? Yes, I can. Actually, I have to click into a different scene real quick. Damn, there's been a lot of Compendium sharing this week. Let's go.
All right, I have to roll for my magic missile.
But I wanted to fight vampires.
Nice 5.
I forget, Joey. Do you still need the metal tuning fork for plane shift
Yeah, of
in
course.
your setting?
Yeah, you need a tuning fork to the plane to be able to get there.
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah.
It can't like yank on tether to pull people back, can it?
No.
Okay, just double checking before I did something dumb.
And also DM me whatever spells you guys are taking. We're back. Compendium sharing is now available. Damn, Lightning Wand only recharged 1 charge. Fucking hell.
All right, I'm done.
DM me your high level spell that you're preparing.
Oh, that's not the button I want to click. Much better.
Do.
Doesn't seem like it's
Wait, I gotta check one thing.
HP, so we'll just take average. But nothing's happening.
Is it asking you if you have advantage or something stupid like that?
No. I'll just reload and roll 20 and see if that helps.
I get my 7th level slot at 13.
Yep, but you
I
haven't.
didn't realize that.
Yeah, you haven't copied down any of the spells yet. So all of you are going to DM me whatever new spell you guys are preparing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like one of the only downsides to being a wizard, unfortunately. You know, if you level up in this specific scenario, you still need, 7 hours to copy down that spell?
Technically, I get 2 free spells, but yeah.
Yeah.
My character sheet just isn't working anymore.
Oh, I wish that it said undead on there. I wish that said undead. Because vampires are considered undead. Damn it. Good thing I read that.
Yeah, no, this is insane. The spells Natalie gets for this level are crazy.
Yeah. I don't even care what spells you take anymore, dude. I just, yes, it's min-maxed, yay. There we go.
She's not min-maxed.
Dude, Look at the past 3 characters you've played.
Liara's not. Liara's really bad for a long time. Like, Liara only got good when Tensor's transformation was picked up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I am not above 100 HP because I don't have skeletons.
Yeah, one inside of you.
It takes 1 hour to make skeletons, right? Oh, you didn't have the spell
It
slots.
takes 10 minutes. We're in forbiddance. I can't do anything in here. Or I can't raise them in here. They'll immediately blow up.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah, so I am 4 points less than I was last level.
I would probably be done as well if I could actually do anything.
Reload the page.
I've done it like 3 times and nothing happens.
Do you want me to
I
try
would
to do it?
You're gonna have to
Sure.
opt out and reopen it. Like literally opt out of the level up. I've had that issue before.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to click on like discard and exit, but that doesn't
You
work.
might have to close out of your Roll20 page.
Yeah, I'll try and just sign out completely.
Yeah, it's not letting me discard and exit either. Huh. Can I nex? No, I can't nex.
Because I got stuck on spells a while back on, I think it was Liara when we leveled up, and I had to literally click on the tab itself to move back over, and I had to go back to the first tab.
Yeah, close the whole browser, like, altogether. We'll give you a minute.
Yeah, maybe that's better.
Lily, fun new spells this level up? Or your multi-class didn't support it?
You're muted if you're talking.
No new spells, just another 3rd level spell slot. That's it.
Okay.
And a thing for Artificer.
New thing for Artificer. Let me look at that.
It's the spell storing item, the thing that fucking Jimmy abused with aid.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that.
Oh, you'd be able to cast Aid 5 times. Remember?
Yeah.
If I
Dude, that's
chose to,
insane.
but I'm trying not to copy fucking Jimmy.
This is why I wanted to level up after.
Yeah, I know. It was a vote. Democratic.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know, I just...
Yeah. No, it still doesn't work. I can't do anything.
Spell storing item.
Oh yeah.
Well, can you go back?
try
Oh,
another
it rolled in
browser.
chat. You're good.
What?
Yeah, nothing. Keep going.
Try another browser instead.
So every long rest, you pretty much get a whole bunch of free 1st or 2nd level spell slots for one specific spell. That's 3, equal to twice your intelligence modifier, so 10. Fuck. Okay.
But like I said, I don't plan to be copying Jimmy, so
Yeah, I mean, whatever you're gonna do with it, go ahead.
Because you get that now. Oh. That's right. My proficiency bonus went up.
Oh, I forgot. This is proficiency level?
15.
Nice. spell save of 18, bitches.
Spell save 17. That one extra point could make or break a lot of things.
All right. Lily, for that new feature, please decide what that is going to be now.
I'm been thinking, Joey. I can't figure it out yet because like I said, I don't want to do fucking 8 again. But
8 is hands down the strongest option. Like, really fucking strong. But yeah, that is kind of annoying. All right, nobody else has any new class features, right? You'd have to be multi-class for that.
Yeah, the only thing, I got my 7th and proficiency. That's it. I don't get my final necromancy power till next level.
Make sure everybody update their display names to have the proper proficiencies. Mm-hmm.
No, my sheet is completely bugged out. It seems can't do anything. I tried in like 2 different browsers. Tried reloading.
That's not good.
Have to import a new sheet again or something.
Here, let me try archiving it. A level 2 catapult 10 times a day. You really just want to fucking troll people. I mean, it's a good damage spell, but it's just going to be hilarious that cups fly at people's heads just randomly.
It's the new water spell.
Yeah. Yeah, the sheet's not working. I think we just have to import one to the game. Do I have that option available?
I don't know.
All right, give me a second.
Yeah, the only thing I could think of.
That's good.
Yay! Thanks for tech support, not employee of Roll20.
Look, my job is IT. This is the stuff I look for.
Yeah, appreciate you
Nice.
doing it though. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, while he's doing that, everybody, you might have like 20 seconds to use the bathroom or something, because leveling paladins is the easiest thing in the world. Which reminds me, I'll
Yep.
probably go use the bathroom real quick.
Let's try again. It seems like that first page is just because there's no. Oh wait, now it's responding. Okay. I'm not getting the. Because usually you're supposed to have like the class you can select for level up. When I click on that, there's like a blank tab. It doesn't allow me to select anything. Now it doesn't seem to be working again.
So, what was those commands that we had to change? Can you type that out to me so I can add that to future ways for me to save games from being completely washed?
Yes, I will grab it from the sheet and put it into a DMB.
Thank you.
I'm now having the same problem again. So
You might just have to manually level up then.
yeah, I think so.
Damn.
So just clear it again, and it could be something with the character mancer at this moment if other people were having some small issues.
All right, so it's Control F,
And then L1 mancer,
L,
and then LP.
1.
And just clear the field.
Wait. That didn't work this time, though.
Are you under
Control F.
Yeah.
Control F. Now Control F's not working for me.
Really? That's weird.
All right.
The page is open, right?
Yeah. And now you should be able to edit it, right?
Should be. If you hit edit sheet directly.
Let me open it up again.
Yep. I think you're just manually going to have to level up until Roll20 fixes this shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I got the prompt for it. So edit sheet directly.
Yeah. It says the exact cause for this is unknown, but the results in a string being left behind within the field that confuses the character mancer.
Right.
So there's something about your sheet in particular that is confusing character mancer.
That's interesting.
Okay.
Look, it's coding.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's at that level. Yeah.
I have no idea
Yeah.
how to code anything, so
Yeah, the only thing I know how to do is hope that you're not a scammer and follow instructions. So, yeah.
Hey, I've only
That's-
given you good advice so far.
That's why I'm trusting it, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Wait, so that means that on his character sheet itself, there's one random string of code that's mucking it up for no reason?
yeah, because
Right.
coding.
Look, that's why I typically only do character mancer when either making a new character or actually making a new character. I copy the rest of it in.
Yeah. Yeah, I've only been like using the character master from the beginning here, so.
And it could be like a new item you added, or it could be a stat that got changed, or it could be if you set your HP weird because of the temp HP from Hero's Feast.
Yeah, everybody, make sure you change your hit points off of Hero Feast. Yeah.
I did set up the maximum last time to like 110, but I brought it down again when we lost those extra.
There's various reasons it could happen. Sometimes you
Basically
just
anything that can change it and cause this problem. That is a big flaw in their web design.
To be fair, this is one time this has happened to me
All right.
in well over 2,000 hours.
Yeah.
The fact
a
that it
pretty
can
good
happen sucks, but considering how many character sheets and updates and levels and shit, I'd rather this not happen. But you know,
Yeah.
right.
All right. So we're supposed to be level 13.
Yep.
'Cause
And
most
your
things
group
should
is officially no longer the lowest level group. You're tied.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Saturday.
Saturday's been 13 for a minute.
Yeah.
I mean-
we'll level up before then.
I mean, they've been
thankfully-
13 for a minute, so yeah.
Thankfully for Paladin, you don't get a feature. You get a spell slot, and then you get spells. That's it.
Yeah, I
Th-
get level 4 spells, right?
Yeah, 13's a gap level in terms
Yeah.
of most classes when it comes to features.
And you get your proficiency.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find where I proficiency bonus custom then.
It goes up on itself. It should be 5.
Yeah, but I haven't been able to. Where do I like put in the actual character level then?
Oh, if you go to the top of the sheet where it shows like your name and background, there will be a cog that appears. Hit that, and you can change the level there.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking
And just set it to 13, and then say exit the cog.
at. Oh, yeah, there, that one. I was looking at a different cog.
There's a lot of cogs.
Yeah. Okay. So. All right.
Watch us all die, and this is pointless.
I would feel so bad.
Well,
Like,
we can just
I don't usually feel bad if there's a TPK. Like, obviously I feel bad, but not like, aw. Like, damn, that sucks.
I mean, hey,
Under this circumstance, I'd feel fucking bad.
all right.
spending time troubleshooting the issue live on stream.
Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. So yeah.
All right, that's very average.
Oof indeed, yeah.
Then you just add your con to it.
Yep.
But hey,
God,
you get
doesn't that mean his ridiculous AC is now even higher?
My AC stays the same.
no.
Yeah,
It's
Oh, right,
just,
you have
see
heavy.
from leveling.
You're heavier.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I have 115 hit points.
it also means I can update the backup sheet.
So roll some hit dice for the short, long rest. I mean.
Well, you go to max HP for long rest.
Don't you like have to use up the rest of your hit dice for it?
No.
No.
Alright.
You get half of your level back in hit dice, and you get your full HP.
Oh, right, okay. No, so it's, yeah. Cool.
Yep. And all
Alright,
of you
well-
remove 1 level of exhaustion. I don't
Whoop.
believe anybody had 2.
Miriam did, but he got rid of that on a short rest.
Yes. His was more temporary.
I'm just gonna have to add in the paladin spells for 4th level.
Mm. So,
I mean,
the other group, a watch order would have been necessary, but as you found out from the other group, none of the vampires discovered your location because I rolled really shitty and 14 was not high enough to beat 27.
31.
But during the evening, now we have a few new events that have transpired.
Okay.
One
None of them
second.
came.
I
Sure.
said we have a few new events that transpired.
Oh, okay.
We'll start with Bernie first, because your name is first on my list. While you were resting, you have been craving this rest almost as badly as anybody else in your group. Though your militant mind has pushed you to be able to stave off this sleep, you understand the necessity of it, the craving you have to finally be able to recharge all of this horrid experience you've been going through just to help somebody. During your sleep, you recognize something strange. You recognize that your dream you seem to be in control over, but it's a pitch black area. Nothing in the room at all. You're standing on something, but there is no floor. And you look up, and there's light, but there is no ceiling. There are no walls. As you were walking past, you come by an old man. Sorry. That's the wrong person. Nope, wrong one. You come by an old woman sitting on a bench, leaning against a battle axe, whose head is facing down and seems to be resting upon it.
Okay.
Her eyes wander over to you, and you see that same white light that is filling this entire room coming from that eye.
Look a bit sort of awestruck, kind of having a bit of a feeling of who it is that I might be seeing. I just wait, basically. Hello?
She stares at you. Burn.
My lady?
She stands up, and as she does, you see the bench begins flaking and folding backwards, and you see this beautiful white armor begins to shift out of it and encase itself around her, forming into the bright, shining symbol you've seen on many statues of her. White with gold trimmings and silver inlay. You are on a strange path right now.
I am.
that recently your mind has been filled with many things people would assume are against my dogma.
Yes, I'm not always sure what the right path ahead is, but I'm simply trying to do what I think you would want.
My church has become complacent in recent years, taking the word literally or manipulating it into their desires. Those that command you, those that command your fiancé.
Yes.
It is rare to find a paladin who adapts themselves to circumstance rather than word. I'm proud of that.
Thank you.
You do not need thank me. You are doing my bidding. You are doing your world justice. Your thanks is not something I ever want. Your service is.
Not.
Your path is strange. I have discussed with the others the ability to allow artificial life stemming from a soul is a favor we have granted you all. Because of the importance you all have.
What importance is that?
I am not the one who shares secrets. That is not my role. But you have noticed your brother's ability. It is strange and remarkable.
It is.
All of you are strange and remarkable.
Forgive me, but I don't want to be strange or remarkable.
Unfortunately, that is not something we get to dictate. It is just how you all are.
All right.
You all have to survive the Shadowfell. You, your brother, and your sister. You will protect everyone else relentlessly. I understand this. But you three must survive. This is not where you are buried. There is more pain. There is more suffering. There is more duty to serve. She reaches her hand out and touches your weapon right against the blade. And you feel this large flow of magic pulse into it, stronger than you've been able to brandish previously. You all will survive. Tell me.
It will be so. I will do my best to keep my brothers and sisters safe, despite my earlier failings.
let the adopted one know that she has pissed off magnificently 2 of our pantheon. And she leans down towards you, and I thank her for this.
I'm sure she appreciates that very much.
Remember, laws are made to protect the people and nothing else. The meaning behind a law is to protect, even if a law must be broken in order to do so.
Indeed.
Then, your watch is called forth. Next, Mirian. While you are resting, you appear in a courtyard. You look on either side of you, and there are statues. These statues are of feather-inlaid warriors. As you look around, you do notice the vast amount of ravens in here. I know, I'm sorry, but it's just the character that you chose. It fits so perfectly.
Had a nickel for every time he had a raven.
Yeah.
I mean, if twice as coincidence. Next game, if this happens again, I'm calling you out.
Don't be a necromancer. Like, just,
She's the
Anyways.
one person who should avoid me.
True. You see one of the ravens flies down and sits on the edge of this large statue. It slowly extends and grows out into a legendary figure that you have met before, Vax'ildan. Or that you've seen before. Sorry. Well, it would appear you all are still alive. That's good, at least. I did what I could to try to distract them for you.
Thank you for that. I apologize for crashing a boat and making it appear worthless.
Nah, shit happens. If I had gold for every time my friends and I made a plan and it went wrong, I might be able to buy my way out of here. But unfortunately, all of you are in danger right now. Tremendous amount. And another unfortunate thing, I've been asked by my queen to assist you a little.
Forgive me, I was under the impression that this realm was under her purview.
The majority of it is. There are extensions and reaches where they have safeguarded themselves from her, and unfortunately, she cannot do everything. And we do not have control over everything. Hell, if I went up against everything waiting for your siblings right now, I'd probably lose. Maybe. But there's an important thing that I've been asked to share with you. There is a similarity between what I am and what you and your siblings are. Though I was happenstance, you all were timed for it. You'll understand why you have unique and strange abilities if you look into this.
You mean what our father did to conceive us?
Yes. Don't worry, I'm not some long-lost brother or anything like that. I'm half human on my mother's side. But that is everything I am supposed to let you know. You're a smart kid. You'll figure it out. Oh, do me a favor. If you don't mind.
All right.
When you get back to home, can you send a letter for me?
Of course, if I can.
It needs to be sent to the Vesra, the leader of the Ashari.
And what should this letter say?
He'll proceed to tell you very specific details that you need to send over towards the old woman who runs the Vesra. And I'm not going to reveal those right now because of reasons. But at the end of that, he'll go, try not to tell anybody else about this. She's the only one that needs to know. For now.
Of course.
Anonymous letter will work fine. Well, Marion, best of luck to you, and don't turn into the type of necro head that I have to fucking kill.
I am actively attempting not to.
Good. Then best of luck to you. And you wake up from your slumber, but not before Tosha. You wake up in a sleep. Or you close your eyes and begin sleeping. When you open them, you see that there is a very dark room that you are in. You can barely make out the images of gray in this territory. You see a very old, leathery-skinned woman walking over towards you.
It's Mama Lucy, yes?
It is. She smiles. Who would
No,
have
Mama.
thought that my first dedicated worshipper on this land would be one so highly sought after?
Believe me, I'm not sure why either. Or expecting that.
Don't worry, you'll figure it out soon. But I was instructed by, well, someone very, very old to help you. You see, they are afraid that where you are at, you are in mortal danger. You and your companions alike.
Definitely a difficult place. Shadowfell, full of vampires. Trying to make good on my word to Natalie. I'm going to save her father, even if I have to come back and do it all again.
Family is important.
It is. I want to make sure she gets some fragment of the family she missed out on. Even if it's many years later.
Of course. But I have one thing to say to that. As necessary as you believe it to be to help her based off your word, don't neglect your own. But your word is as powerful as you decide it to be. She looks back behind her. And despite what the others may think, I do not control you. You make your own decisions.
Yeah. Even if I found out I was cursed a while ago, I'm not going to be that old person I was. Never again.
Good. I don't mind a little deviousness. But it would make the fact that I am protecting you from certain eyes a little uncomfortable. As she snaps her finger and you realize you are standing on an incredibly large serpent body.
She just kind of pauses and is just like, he still has eyes on me then, doesn't he?
No,
Not thanks to you.
he keeps trying.
He really does not like the fact I rejected him, does he?
Men are usually bad at taking rejection well, in my experience.
She nods, like, yeah.
But he was hoping that someone with your particular circumstance would be what allowed him to succeed. Now I'm glad that I just so happened to, well, be able to help you instead of command you.
I'm thankful for you coming to my help, to my aid.
Oh, you are most welcome. Oh, don't you just love it when people thank you for doing things for them? Feels nice.
Yes.
But one other thing. She moves over towards you. It is important to know that there is a way to bring someone back. It's important to know that they are safe. And you all will be much more successful if you keep that in mind. She raises her cane and cracks it into your skull, but instead of pain, you see a ritual that you've never done before become very clear to you. But it is not my teachings to tell someone to, just wait and help everybody, save their lives. If someone threatens your own, you burn everything. And you see a fire blaze in her eyes as you learn another new spell from her. Understood.
Understood.
And your adoptive sister, is that the right term? I'm not sure.
I consider her my sister.
Your
That's
sister.
all that matters.
Good. I like her very much. Try to help her with a prank or two.
And believe me, if anyone tries to hurt them, they'll be getting everything back 1,000-fold.
That's the spirit, she says as she begins walking away, and you wake up from your slumber. And at this point, everybody wakes up from their respective sleeps. Long rest completed, feeling recharged, and these new abilities you all seem to be able to generate from within yourselves. Natalie and Lily, the two of you notice there's definitely something strange. Natalie, there's this new threshold that you seem to be able to connect to from within inside of you. And Lily, the mechanical... How do we put this? The mechanical fog that's been on you since you were brought back to life in this form seems to subside, and you go into a level of calculation that you have not been able to reach in your mortal form before, unlocking new potentials and ideas almost instantly. Patrick, you feel really fast. I'm sorry, you're new. I haven't prepared anything for you. Yeah, we're getting it.
That one achy joint is now no longer achy.
Bernie, you look down at your battle axe and you can almost make out her handprint on it.
Feels invigorated, and there's a bit of a more sort of subtle confidence about Bernie that might not have been there before. Does it feel different, the axe?
No, you do.
Hmm.
This was all just role play to justify your level up and
Yeah.
I was gonna ask.
heighten ability. Yeah, you guys don't. Yeah, you unlock your 7th level spell slot. Like, that's the cool thing you get.
It seems that they did not come for us, which means they're with the others.
Really hope he wasn't just blowing out hot air.
So
We all know Bernie. Me
They're
too.
gonna
gotta-
start, aren't they?
do you want to have like a different sort of scene? Just let me know when it's sort of our turn.
Yeah. We're doing their scene right now. Tolsha,
Alright, yeah.
Miri, and Lily.
Mama Boosie came to me last night.
Vasseldawn met me.
Really?
Did you get his autograph?
How would I have carried that over?
Magic man.
Hey, I'm fine with the idea that the Raven Queen is allowing me to do necromancy.
Yeah, that's because you're not being a total dickhead about it, like those other necromancers. As Lily's saying this, you do see like her like arms are doing some reloading, like she's preparing for battle.
Are you setting up your new contraption?
Yeah, it's basically just like the you know, like when you see a machine like getting started up, like a bunch of these gears are going, like a bunch of mechanical things are happening with Lily right now. And then at the end of it, she reloads her fists like from that movie.
RoboCop. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was thinking more Henry Cavill reload the fist thing.
Oh, nice. My mind
Yeah.
almost went to like Mega Man, where like, let's go, and just. But anyways, Sin, thank you for the viewer inspiration. Ruka, you have a viewer inspiration. Be sure to thank Sin.
Thank you, Sin.
But yeah, are the three of you done with your little scene?
Let's
Right,
go
well-
save them.
Yep. Do you think Bernie will be mad if I give him some of this? Holds up the bag of magic cocaine.
Maybe. I'll have to talk to it. No,
Who knows? Maybe it'll save his life.
I know a way to bring back anyone now, so long as I have their body.
Ominous.
Well, let's hope that we don't need it and head over there so that they still have a body.
Technically, it's a necromancy.
I could have sworn the plan was he was doing something to get his ass out of the fire and show up here.
Oh, I hope so. But if I don't see anything within an hour, well, we need to go save his ass. Again.
So that's a perfect segue over to the other group. Natalie, Patry, Bernie.
Yep. Okay, get up, ladies. It's time to go. And Buckler.
Yeah. Oh, I slept so good.
Yep. Not to put
I
a
feel bad for
Right?
Buckler.
not to put
Everyone
a
else got
dampener
supercharged.
on your morning mood, but we're currently surrounded by 13 vampires. Getting ready to pounce, and they're sort of trying to test the limits of this thing. They know we're here.
Well, before we get going, do any of you wish to make a deal with me?
Why would
What
we
deal?
do that?
Oh, simple. As a worshipper of the Church of Asmodeus, I am allowed to make fiendish contracts.
No, we're not doing it.
It's very simple. He holds out a piece of paper. 25 gold pieces. And I'll let you be a little faster for the day. You read it, give him 25 gold. He gives you the ability to walk faster or run faster.
Patry.
How fast are we talking here?
It's a, well, I wouldn't say insignificant, but reasonable boost.
How fast are we talking here?
Let me see that contract, and I'll
Sure.
look very carefully for any fine print.
You hold a torch underneath it, start going. It says what it says. It's very straightforward, very blunt. I'm not trying to fuck you over. I'm trying to get out of here alive.
Okay, good.
Why do you think I said it so cheap? That's literally what I have to pay Asmodeus.
Fine then.
I mean, if you want to give
That
more
sounds
gold,
good
that's
to me.
fine.
What
So,
was that
Patrick, you're
contract?
signing it?
Yes!
All right. As you sign it, you get a symbol of devil horns that go up your cheeks and over your eyes. And you feel just this, like, faint vibration in, like, your calves. Just, ooh. So, pay him the 25 gold, remove that from your character sheet, and your base movement speed increases by 10.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, so it's long strider.
Pretty much. But it lasts the day.
What was the other thing? It was
That's it.
Long Strider or
Walking or running. That was the thing.
Yeah, so, you know,
Oh,
if you're
okay.
you're walking faster, but in combat, it's more, you know, you get
Yeah.
that extra 10. Which for the average person is like a 33% increase to speed. To Patry, it's like almost unnoticeable.
Just wait till I give her haste.
Yeah. Well, that's my once per week free ability I get to use.
All right.
I'm sure your god gives you something like that as well, right?
Something.
As you look down at your axe with the little handprint on it.
Yeah.
I get 4th level smites. Just
Look, Bernie, I get more horns. I'm hornier than ever.
Oh, how delightful.
You did that.
I'm sorry, everybody.
Right. Well, then let's get out of here, shall we?
Ready. As you all are now awake, you look over at the outside where you see the brother is still there, still unable to see any of you. He's just looking inside, scanning it, watching.
Okay, confirmed no true sight.
Not on him.
And well, if Lily, no, not Lily, but Patry and everyone in our group is ready to go, I'll gather them close to me and just. Okay, so I don't necessarily know why I can do this, but I feel like I can, and I've been wanting to try it for a while. Okay, here goes.
And you all watch as from underneath Bernie, this rainbow-colored portal opens up, and a valiant white horned steed moves up and picks the two of you up, or three of you up, with him, and the rainbow extends for a short period, and you teleport with it away.
What the fuck?
From the
Did
one
you
shot
smoke?
from forever ago that he won the Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I've been saving that thing for a real clutch moment, and I just figured I
Hey,
really
fuck
need it this time.
So, you step through, and on the other side, around Tosha, Lily, and Miriam, as the three of you are working, you see this rainbow-colored portal open up. You look down, and you see Bernie is riding a unicorn with everyone else following the rainbow with him, and they just shoot up inside.
Lily, like looks at the she takes out the drug she had to make sure all of it's still there, and she's like seeing this like, all in my system. Am I affected by this?
I was wondering what the fuck you were planning to do because I didn't think Paladins had this bullshit.
They don't, but one shots.
I'm just kind of looking at Miriam and Lily like, I'm not tripping on something, am I?
I that's what I'm checking. Did any of you get
Really?
into this?
You can't.
You
see
can't
it,
tell me
it's
what
real.
I can or can't do.
I mean, honestly, though, I don't know if cocaine-infused oil might do that for you.
Wait,
Oh
there's,
my
No,
god.
this is better.
I can't believe I'm gonna do this, but we need to make sure this isn't some strange illusion.
Don't
Bernie,
worry.
what's a pun that you have right now?
Oh god.
I mean, what? I'm
This
not
is a
thinking
rainbow
of
duck,
jokes
am I right?
now. I'm just getting through the teleporting. Oh.
Okay, well, to be fair, if it wasn't Bernie, he wouldn't be let through.
The oil flips its mane backwards. Not the oil. The unicorn flicks its mane backwards and then jumps through the rainbow teleportation circle it has and closes.
What kind of deal with the Fae or Celestial did you make for that, Bernie?
I didn't do anything. I just had. I woke up one morning, some months back, quite a while.
Almost a
actually,
year.
and-
Had that for months.
Yeah,
Probably a
I,
year.
I've sort of. I saw this. This was on the last shift before any of you awoke, and I saw this magnificent unicorn just standing in the woods a distance away, and it looked at me and just gave sort of a nod, and I just nodded back, and I felt like I could do that. But yeah, the more important thing is we just were surrounded by 12 vampires. No, 13. And they are very much thirsty, hungry, both.
Well, we know where they're far away. Let's use those potions now and sneak into that building. Let's grab down.
Yes.
I did speak with the brother. What was his name again? Sebastian? Sebastian?
Sabastine was the Lord.
No, yeah, that was the lord of the place is called Sebastian. Carlisle was the brother, and he's quite a tall fellow, but actually sort of respectable.
Uh-huh.
Was he still gonna kill us?
Oh, yes. We
Yeah,
just
then
had sort of a warrior's understanding of each other.
I don't care how respectful he is. Let's not have to fuck with that.
No, but
Right.
he said he didn't necessarily want to kill us right away.
So he wants to
Okay.
torture us. Fantastic. Let's go in and out and let's do this rescue mission.
Yes, let's put the water on. Let's sneak into the right side of the building. We're all rested. And I spoke with Mama Vusi.
Yeah.
I-
Lily will. Oh, sorry.
I know how to bring people back better as long as I have their body. So if the worst comes to worst, as long as I'm alive, I'll make sure all of you come back. And if they try to fuck with you, I'm gonna burn them alive.
Fair enough.
I did
hey,
have a bit of
I think
revelation.
Lily was trying to say something
yeah,
for a little bit. Go
sorry.
ahead, Lily.
Like Bernie brought everyone from there over, like so Buckler and the other people, or
Well, the other people were with all of you. It was just Buckler, Natalie, and Patry with him, which is why he could bring exactly three, and exactly three stayed.
Okay. Lily
Unicorn
will
teleport.
look to Buckler. You mentioned a while ago being able to help us be extra sneaky. Can you still do that?
I just rode a fucking unicorn. Yes, yeah, I can.
That's a story for the ages.
Yes.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, I can. And I still have my cloaking device, so that should help.
But yes, I can help us, if we're going in there, be exceptionally sneaky. You're all just gonna have to stay relatively close to me.
Right. Just so you're all aware, I can't do that again. That was the only corn I had. I mean,
Unicorn?
So you had a magical candy corn
was
that
the
allowed you to summon
unicorn
the
I had.
unicorn?
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah, that was quite the rainbow dash, am I right?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
All right, Lily, that's definitely Bernie. No one else.
I mean, when the unicorn was coming through, it just looked like a twilight sparkle of sorts, you know?
Oh, I fucking hate all of you. I worked at Hot Topic during that era.
Guys, can we go?
Yes.
Everyone-
we're passing out the Titan tears to
Yep.
everyone who has sweat glands.
Yep. And
And
you're all
as-
coding those key parts of you to make you undetectable through their normal means.
Yes, I will do it for Buckler as well. It's just like you put these here and here, it will make you undetectable by the ones that can sense us for an hour.
Very useful, thank you.
Just to be clear now, the other prisoners, did we manage to get them back
Yes, they're
through
through.
the portal first?
They're through
They're
the
through
portal.
and they're stable.
Okay.
That's the best you could do. Which, to be fair, if y'all die, they were going to die one way or another anyway, so...
Right, yeah.
More than likely.
Right. Okay. Well, let's
At
hope
lea-
that they at least.
I left them about 20 days worth of food if they live.
And the Bridge of Blood is still there for them to cross.
And if they
Well-
do get out, there's a lot of undead. Anyway, let's go. We'll deal with one thing at a time.
Alrighty. Well then, everybody, as you prepare yourselves to finally be going out, heading into the magnificent mansion of the Lord of this terrain. This is where we're calling the session this week, everyone. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you had a good time. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.